Well, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with the Tigg for volume 75. This is the official one. Yesterday's test was not the official one. This is the official 75th version or volume of Coffee with the Tigg. It's August 12th, 2018. I am doing this live and I'm going to talk for a while. Hopefully, some people come in and we start talking. If not, then I'll just talk for like I normally do, and then it'll be on YouTube for later viewing. But I thought I'd try it live. I announced it kind of late at a couple places. I did announce it at the Nod last night that I was going live at 11 a.m. Eastern time, which is 10 a.m. my time, 8 Mountain, and or 9 Mountain and 8 a.m. Pacific time, which it's kind of early for the guys out east or west. But whatever. There's the coffee. Anyway, just touch before people start coming in. I'll touch a little bit on my personal life. So not a thing has changed. I did get the internet back. This is actually my computer you are watching. I am using my cam, my phone as my cam. There's a thing called Droid Cam. You can download an app to put on your phone, an app to put on your computer, and follow a few simple instructions and do it over Wi-Fi, which is easier. I decided to go with the hardwire. So I don't mess my Wi-Fi up signal for broadcasting this or recording anything. And so I hardwired it, which takes a couple more steps. You got to download another program to put on your phone to allow it to be used as a cam. So I did that and get it all set up. If you look through, you see some of my tests and some of the other things that I've done in the last couple of days to get this going. Took the guy 4 hours, about 4.5 hours, and a trip to town to get a part to fix my internet. Turns out that the wire from the modem to the satellite dish got fried. Um, that happens. Of course, when I moved the satellite dish myself from the roof because my landlord didn't want it up there. Let's see, let's turn this on and see if it kills down some of that glare. Oh, it just brightens me up, makes me look human. Um, music's playing. If it's too loud, when somebody comes in, I'll say it again. Ask them if it's too loud. If not, then we'll just leave it as it is. Um, Back to the cable story, internet story. I didn't ground it, and that's how it got fried. So the guy came in, he changed out the receiver on the dish, changed out my modem, got me a brand new modem. Wasn't the problem, and then they checked the wire, and that was the problem. Point A to point B, figure out what's wrong. So that's how that went. So that was 4.5 hours on Friday, and he actually arrived early that day to fix it. Nobody's come in yet. Nobody's viewing. I feel so lonely here. Anyway, with the first thing I did when I got the internet back, of course, was to get all my set of course fixed, which is fixed now. Then I updated R Factor 2 with all the new content. I downloaded a bunch of new stuff too that I haven't had on here before. So that's how that goes. That's well, I did that. In the live test, I'm running a real crappy Daytona road course for R Factor 2 and the Ferrari 458 GT2 or GTLM, depending on whose series you're watching, is basically the same car. Though I think the GT2 car is a little faster than the GTLM car. Just from what I've been seeing from my test runs, it's about 5 mile an hour faster. Um, Fun car to drive. Feels exactly the same, pretty much, except in the set of course in R Factor 2 where it's loose as a goose. But I did test it at Road Atlanta on R Factor 2 before I found that Daytona track. It was more drivable on that track than it is on that Daytona track. That track is just terrible. I'm sorry to say, and if you'll watch that, you won't hear me talk, but you'll just hear me complain the whole time that the track is absolutely terrible. It feels wrong. It looks wrong. Um, Sections of the track are shorter than the other versions that I have that are out there, or longer. The braking zone in the turn one is totally wrong. The braking zone, the exit zone off the last turn of the road course onto the NASCAR track is too long. From the kink to the west, is it called the west? I think it's called the west horseshoe, is wrong. Um, just so many things. Turn two is wrong compared to the rest of the tracks that are all basically made off the NR2K track, which everyone says was the best, closest um, layout to the real thing. I don't know how true that is, but that's how that goes. 5 minutes in the broadcast, nobody's come on. I'm guessing people are busy. That's okay, and I didn't give enough warning. I just posted a couple in hot on um, Facebook, on my Facebook, and then on Wild Cars and Customs and our 2K track site. Next week, I'll probably plan out a little bit better of where I post, and I'll be doing this again live next week. Maybe I'll do some racing instead of just talking, but it's hard to talk if people are asking me questions and type and or read and drive, because I kind of concentrate right the center where I'm going, not off the sides where the chat is when you're driving. And it's one of my favorite songs. If you can hear it, it's "Insane in the Membrane." Wonder why it's one of my favorite songs. Anyway, more sim racing. I'm moving on to Sebring. I'm done with that Daytona road course on R Factor 2. Just left a bad taste in my mouth to run that track again, because now my timing, my braking is all messed up because of trying to learn that particular track. It's so wrong that it's messed up my perception of the other version. That's basically the same track in every sim, whether it be R Factor, GTR2, GTL, and R2K, which I have not actually run it in because I hate the PTA physics and I don't particularly care for the stock car physics on a road course. Um, it's in Race 07, GTR Evo. It's all the same layout. It's all the same converted track. It's all the same, even a set of Corsa. It's the same layout. It feels, the braking points are exactly the same, or a little bit, not off to the point where it's a big difference. It's pretty spot on. So that R Factor 2 track really, really left a bad taste in my mouth for Daytona at this point. So I'm moving on to Sebring. I'm going to be doing even though Stenod High Bank Bill took my personal challenge of doing Daytona road course in a 2-hour race and basically did all the settings the way I'm doing it. I don't know if he's going to move on to Sebring or not, but I am. I'm going to do a 2-hour race in Sebring, and in the R Factor track so far, I practiced it a little bit. There's 2 high-speed corners where I either over brake and spin the car out, or under brake, I under brake and spin the car out, and then I over brake and I'm creeping through the corner. I have to figure out those 2 corners because I'm 10 seconds off the pace. I'd like to get that to at least 5 or 8, 5 or 8 seconds, and I believe most of that is in those 2 corners. I've only actually not spun out in like 2 laps in those one or 2 of those corners, or I spin out both corners in a lap, and of course that just kills your lap spinning out. Good thing it's good wide track. There's no Armco, there's no tires. You just spin out, and you get back up on the track, and you avoid the other cars on the track, because I run with 40 cars. But dry throat today. Still nobody in. 9 minutes 26 seconds. So I guess nobody wants to talk to me on live. So I'll babble on for a few more minutes, and then we'll end the broadcast, and they'll be here for everybody to watch. Anyway, so I'm moving on to Sebring, learn that track. He does have a hot lap up for R Factor 2. I may do that how I do that live. That way I don't have to post recorded video. I have so many recorded videos that I have to upload for hot lapping that I have actually done, um, like 5 or 6. But he's got a new one for R Factor 2. Um, put it up a couple days ago, and I may do that live here this afternoon. I figured out the volume problem. You got to turn it down way down on the sim, so you can hear me babble on. You got to do it live. I don't know why I just look at my pedals. I'm not driving. Um, it's just, it's just one of those things where I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Amazing, funny, and amazing. Oh yeah, you got to turn the sim way down the volume to get it right. And I'm hoping that if I do, now you know why I like Insane in the Membrane. Um, Sexy Candy. Um, Now I lost my train of thought again because of the song. Yeah, you got to turn the volume way down in the sim so you can hear me talk. If you watch one of my tests, I did a test with that crappy Daytona track, so you can actually see how bad it is if you watch that test. Um, so that's what that is. So you can watch that, see how bad that is. And if anybody knows of a decent R Factor 2 Daytona road course track, let me know. PM me here, PM me over Sanad, instant message me over at Facebook. If there's a better version of Daytona road course for R Factor 2, please let me know because I will probably delete that hunk of junk off my system. That's how bad it is. I don't usually delete tracks. I'll keep it, but this one is absolutely horrible. There's Jar Jar. You can see him in that's his chair. That's his throne. You saw Shinsky. She was up on mommy's lap. And Izzy Belly's over here on the sofa where you can't see her. Mommy's in her rocking chair. Taking her nap. We just woke up about an hour and a half ago and she's already taking a nap. She's tired. She's playing casino games too on her phone. She got tablets, but she don't play them on her tablets. No, she does. Another good song. If you can hear it. If not, then I'm talking to myself. Anyway, um, Daytona road course for R Factor 2. If there's one converted from the one that's been converted over every sim, that layout, that let me know and just give me a link. IM me, PM me, DM me. I'm on Twitter too, though I don't get on that much. I'm on Twitch, though I don't use it. I think that's Dan the Tigg at Twitch because they wouldn't let me use the TI2BLEGRR anywhere else. That's actually if you can figure that out, that is my email address, so you can email it to me. I'm at Gmail. Um, Anywhere you look, you search that out, that is me. Um, Last time I did a Google search, it was over 1 million hits for my name. I think it was over 1 million hits. I don't remember. It was a lot. Between this and everything else I do, race department, same name. That's all me. Stenad, of course. Where else am I this? Well, I was no grip, but it's dead. People who are still hanging on to the fact that they may be coming out back, I bet you this server company dumped all their files. So they're gone. Rest in peace. Don't talk about no grip no more. It's been like 2 months now, so they're gone. That's about all the places I hang out anymore. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of Jimmy the Jimmer, as he calls himself. There's a guy, Dan DiMaggio, I started watching, and there's a couple others I've started watching. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Pretty good sim racers, pretty informative vlogs. Unlike mine, it's totally boring. It's 14 minutes into it. Oh, but there's 3 people watching. Ooh, 3 people. How's the music volume? Because they're not typing. They're not saying hello. Say hellos. Tell the good people who's here. There's actually 3 people watching. I'm floored. I'm overjoyed. You just made my day. Thank you. And I only have 39 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber and you like talking about sim racing, watching sim racing, subscribe because I'm planning on making this a whole lot better. I'm learning from the other guys what they do and I'm going to start doing the same thing since people seem to like it. That's what I'm going to do. Of course, when I find a job, it'll probably be less, but that's what it is. My wife's sleeping over my shoulder. If you were here when I talked about that or not, but yeah, there's Mick. Hey, Mick. That's all right, buddy. Not too bad being late to the party. At least you're here. How's the music volume? Is it okay? Is it too loud? Can you hear it at all? I like having music. Music helps me concentrate. Unlike most people who say when they do things, having music on is a distraction. Having music on, especially when I'm sim racing, helps me concentrate. When I used to work at Lennox, I had music playing all the time. It just helps me focus. I don't know why. That's the way my deranged mind is. Music does help me focus. I can't hear music. Speak volume is fine though. Well, cool. Thanks. Thank you. Um, that's a shame you can't hear the music. Give it 2 more knocks. How's that? Up there, Shinny. It's morning nap time. She's going to her little nap bed over here. We've got a little bed over here for the puppies, and they take turns napping in it. Can't see it, of course. TV's over my shoulder. You know what? It may be old, but it's better than 90% of the new TVs out there. Believe it or not. Anyway, hey, we're up to 4. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for my little coffee with the Tigg. I talked about sim racing, and I'm going to say it again. If anybody's got a good version of Morning Tom, that's Garrett from Stenod. I'm glad to see well, hell, there's High Bank. He's in here at Zoom Race World, but that is High Bank. Glad to see I have some friends out there. Yeah, as I was saying, Daytona Road Course for R Factor 2. It's in the test video link down below. One of my tests where you can't hear me talk. It's terrible. You can watch that and see how bad it is. If anybody knows, get back to work. The AI bill. Yeah, we have a running thing over at Stenod about the crappy AI and the mod, the tutor mod. It's not crappy. It's just not. That's just not that great. I say. I raced with them. Once you race with them for 20 minutes or so, they seem to not try to run you off the track as bad. But that's, I don't know. Other than the prototypes. Prototypes run you off the road. Back to R Factor 2 Daytona Road Course. Anybody know a link? Send it to me. The one I have sucks. That's actually in the links of R Factor 2 that I put up. Where was my thought? And my thought was that link I put up at Stenod for R Factor 2 mods, that's where I got that Daytona Road Course at. Don't download it. Don't waste your time. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So there's there. So you can see my lovely house behind me, my lovely wife with her glasses on, snoozing out. Mid-morning nap time. I think I said that, but I don't know. I'm just floored that I've got people in here, even though I know 3 of them. Who's the 4th? Who's number 4? Terrible, terrible. Yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible. Download it and see. It's abominable. Oh, I went looking for that Celica mod that's in the picture for the road for that track. It's not on Steam anymore, so if anybody knows where that Celica GT mod is for R Factor 2, those cars look cool as hell, and I actually like to try to drive them. So if you know where a link is, leave it here, PM me, IM me, DM me, whatever you want to call. My TI2BLEGR is everywhere. It's the name I use everywhere. I just use Dan the Tigg here in Stenod, basically since I started doing these videos. By the way, it's been about 2 months since I've been starting to call this Coffee with the Tigg instead of the Tigg blog. Um, so yeah, that's how that goes. Um, Now I just done lost my train of thought again. I like Jimmy Dean's. Leave it to Bill. Leave it to Bill. And I will figure out. I might put Skype on my tablet over here that the music is playing on that you probably still can't hear. I just don't want it too loud where it drowns me out. Figure out how to put Skype on there and use that for kind of like live interviews because I'd love to. I lost a viewer. I don't hear any music either. It's loud, believe it or not. It's actually quite loud. It's like at half volume. So anyway, it's Foo Fighters. I listen to a mixture of music from today's alternative to today's hard rock and roll to stuff that's been around since I've been, well, before I was born. So there. Now, what was I saying? Oh, I'd like to do live interviews. Yeah, anyway, there he goes. I say anyway a lot, and that's when you're supposed to take a drink of your favorite beverage of this time in the morning. I highly suggest you do not drink alcohol because you will spend the rest of the day drunk if I say anyway or whatever multiple times during my broadcasts. I'll be doing this again live next week again. So I said that once. But actually, I like to do interviews with nice coffee mug. Thank you, Bill. He's the one that sent it to me. There's a Laguna I got a Laguna Seca T-shirt also that I think is buried in my drawer right now. But this is not even racing. It's America. Can we stop saying she said now? That was the commercial that was just on for State Farm here at 50,000 times a day because I've listened to Slacker pretty much all day long. Well, I'd like to do live interviews with Bill Highbank, Tom, Garrett, John Norton. I would love to do a live interview with John Norton to talk about sim tracks or NR2K tracks that he makes and the process that goes in it, and let people know that it's just not as easy as it looks. It's not easy at all. I tried it once and I got lost making a straight. Actually trying to make the first corner. All I was trying to do was make a little half-mile oval, and I couldn't do it. This was, 16, 17 years ago. It looks easy, yeah, it does, but it's not. There's a lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah, so that's... I've pretty much covered everything. I know some of you guys arrived late and missed a lot of the things, so I'm sorry about that, but I did talk about my personal life in the opening, so if you want to rewatch it to hear that. The day about the debacle of getting the internet back up, I am on my computer. I'm not on my... Well, I am on my phone because I'm using that as my cam. I talked to Bill about that yesterday, the Droid Cam app that you put on your computer and your phone to turn your Android phone into a cam instead of buying one. And it works pretty damn good. I don't know how clear it looks to you. It's a little laggy for me because I'm watching myself on my computer screen, which is kind of unnerving. I should shrink it down, but then I'll be looking at cars. So that's that. Then I missed the personal stuff. Yeah, well, you can watch this again. Basically, what I said, I can talk about it again. I still don't have a job. Still can't find a job because of the Marshtown and the tornado. Turn the music down. It's a hit or miss with that, isn't it? If you see now, with doing the live, I don't think about hiding my one major flaw, which is bad teeth. One of the main reasons why it's kind of hard to find a job is because I can't. Nobody wants to hire you for working with the public when you're missing teeth. I hate talking about it. I hate doing it. If you ever notice when I smiled on my other ones, I kept my mouth closed. I'm actually a big mouth talker, big mouth smiler. So that's kind of hard to do a public job when you're missing front teeth. Um, that's a long story. I may touch on one day. But the cable debacle, the guy was here for 4.5 hours fixing the cable. Turned out it was the cable between the satellite dish and the modem, which he changed out the receiver on the satellite dish and the modem before he checked the wire. And he had to run in town to get a part to ground it. Is when I moved it from the roof, because my landlord made me, to a pole. I forgot to ground, get it, put it on, grounded. So 2 years later, it finally fried the wire. So that's what happened with my internet. Um, Anything else hasn't really changed. Let's see, that's I'll wake her up later on. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to make myself some eggs here when I'm done here. Um, how's the music volume? No. Oh, see, now it went all the way down. So now I can't even hear it. And I touched on that. Uh-oh, too loud. Music helps me concentrate, unlike most people who can't concentrate when they have other things going on, especially when I'm sim racing or working. I turned it down too far again. It actually helps me focus. For some strange reason, music is my life. I love music. I love all kinds of music. And I love sim racing. Of course, right now we're missing IMSA on, I think, on their channel. I think the Porsche Cup is out right now. And then at 1:30 Eastern time, I think the main series is running on FS1. Of course, there's the lovely NASCAR race. I don't even know what time that is. I know they're at Michigan. Boring. Sorry. Oval racing. It sounds thing. What's this? A little speaker. This is my speaker. It's a Bluetooth. It's just plugged into the computer for power. The battery drains in about 2 hours, and I leave it running all day. But this is the little speaker that I listen to, and my tablet's over there. $9 at Walmart does the job, and it probably sounds tinny because of this crappy ass 10-year-old microphone that's on my headphones. When I was using the cant, the phone as my microphone, my voice was kind of overshadowed by the fans from the computer. It was picking that up too because it's facing that direction, the microphone on the phone. So I went to this system so you don't hear the whine from the computer. It took me like watching the video like 4 times to figure out what the hell the droning sound was, that it was the computer fans turning that was making it. You'll see that in some of my tests. You'll hear that. Itchy nose too this morning. I'm still not really awake. 2:30. Oh, what's that? The NASCAR race? I probably won't even watch. I didn't even watch last week. I haven't watched any NASCAR since Sonoma, I think. Maybe before that. Sorry. I'm just lost all interest in it. I'm getting into IMSA again. I used to be in IMSA like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, where I watched a whole crap load of road racing and I kind of got away from it and went back to NASCAR. And now I'm going back to IMSA since that's like the major road racing series here in America. Um, Other than IndyCar. IndyCar thrilled me when I was a kid, but I've never really gotten heavily back into IndyCar since the 80s, the 90s, after the split. The split really, it's something about splitting up a sport or a strike that just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That sun's atrocious. Where is it? That sun's atrocious. I should throw something over that window when I do these things because the sun just that's east, so the sun's coming right in that window right now. No California teams going to Little League World Series. Yeah, we know. I know. That's why I knew that the Little League World Series was held here in town. I used to live in Philadelphia. I was born and raised. So I know all about the Little League World Series. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to throw something over that window uh, for live morning chats. Um, but I lost my train of thought again. 30 minutes of the Tigg. How can you stand it? There's a fourth person watching. Put your hand back up. Yeah, see? You see? You actually, well, see, if I leave it down, then you don't have to see my ugly face as much. My eyes. Okay, guys. I could, uh, I'll have to cover it next time. That's all. I haven't used this camera angle but a few times, and it was earlier when I recorded this video. It was usually around 9 o'clock I recorded it. I waited till 10 because I figured, uh, it's probably from my face your eyes are hurting, not from the sun. I don't know what my wife sees in me, gorgeous woman that she is, and ugly old me, but yeah. Oh, California sucks. You're not. Oh, that's right. You were born in California, in Riverside. Yeah, that's why I want to talk to Bill live because when we talk on the phone, we'll talk for hours just about sim racing, and sometimes we'll talk for hours just about Riverside. Don't we, Bill? Agree to it. Just say yes. We talk about Riverside for hours, and it would be really cool to have a three-way conversation. Three-way conversation with Bill and John Norton about Riverside. No, you were born in Florida. Well, you never told me that. All right, that my arm's starting to hurt, so that's that. Um, there, I'll just sit like that. That way, you don't have to see the sun, and you really don't have to see my ugly face. Of course, you get to see my lovely table. Need to know stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. All we talk about is sim racing, music, and Riverside when we talk on the phone. Like, did you know my youngest son's name is also Joshua? Did you know that? I don't think we ever got around to talking about that. But my youngest son's name is also Joshua. He's also 15 years old. He told us North. No, I don't read. If he wrote it, I don't remember half the crap he writes. I retain. I have to read stuff continuously to retain it. I'm got this weird brain. That's why you see me. Uh-oh, top chat just disappeared. Did I get kicked off? Chat just got kicked off. Let me see. Oh, there it goes. Live chat. There we go. And whoa. What the hell? Look through 40 boxes of stuff in the basement, 6 of which contain dice cast. I still haven't located my holder. Oh, wow. Ah. Yes, where did the background check I saw? You did a background check, dumbass. Oh, we lost another viewer. The people are coming in viewing and not saying a word. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you're talking, and I'm hoping you're having fun, laughing at me, because I'm laughing at me. My coffee cup's almost empty too. That's what really sucks. We do it for everyone. Oh, Lordy, 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 Lordy. Sorry. I love this song too. There's certain songs that just really get me going. This is one of them. I love this song. It's in coffee. Yeah, it's almost gone. See, I wish there was live talk instead of typing because it's just more fun that way. Do a conference call on Skype. I'm gonna have to put Skype on here. I don't care if you all got cams or not. Just voice, and we'll do live talk. Definitely. Show hide. Got to keep the pedophiles out. I'm not a pedophile. I like my women my age. I don't like little boys. I'm not a priest. Sorry for all you Catholics out there, but I'm opinionated. I keep a lot of stuff I think to myself, and then when it comes out, it's usually bad. I am insane. I do believe. And AI. Is that AI or is that a huh? Uh-huh, Bill. You know you're under Zim, your Zoom. You're not under your high bank moniker. Anywho, so I don't know if you heard Bill, but I'm probably going to do your last. Not Southern. I don't know where that came from. The last R Factor 2 um, hot lap challenge. I'm going to try to see if I can do that live. Um, then you'll really see how much it takes me to lay down one lap. Mick, if you're still in here, I'm not like you. You seem to learn the tracks really fast and find the breaking points. It takes me forever. It takes me 10, 20 laps just to figure it out. Um, I don't even remember what track that's at. Do you remember, Bill? I don't. I've been on here for half an hour and haven't lit a cigarette either. How about them apples? I don't remember. It's he posted up a day or two ago for R Factor 2. I don't even remember what car it's in. Um, yeah, I look over my glasses a lot too. I don't remember. I know he did it, and I thought about that's when I maybe on Friday he put it up. No, it wasn't. Yeah, today's Sunday. Really, Dan? You forgot what day it is? It's Sunday. Yeah, I think you put it up on Friday. Oh, BTC. I love BTC cars. They're fun to drive. They really are fun to drive, and I like DTM cars too. They're a little bit more powerful. They're like between BTCC and GT2 cars. I like them. They're fun to drive for me anyway. Um, but I don't remember which track it was. Oh, was it Crystal? The Crystal Palace, the modern layout. Yeah, Crystal Palace. That's War Games. Do you see how my brain works? Castlecombe. Just loaded it. Got to check it out here in a sec. Hey, did you start the live? We are live. He's back as Bill. Okay, now you're logged into Bill. Uh, so you're not going to be on the snot. Okay, I think we just got our warning, Bill, that we're on our own again on Thursday and Friday of next week while he's up there for the Little League World Series. No, I started at 11 my 10 o'clock my time. I watched my clock up there. I did. It's oh maybe I did. No, I didn't. That's because my clock up there is 5 minutes past, and I haven't seen. It's 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Mountain, and 8 o'clock your time, Bill. Uh huh. You're on both accounts. What are you on your tablet and your computer or your phone? Bill's enough to drive you crazy sometimes. Funny as hell talking to him. He, it's too bad you can't hear the pug snoring. She's right here on the floor, about 4 feet away from me, but she's not snoring hard. No, I said Eastern. I did. I know I put Eastern up there. I know I did. I did that on purpose because a lot of people don't realize that I'm not. Everybody thinks that they put up a time. It's Eastern time, so I said Eastern. And it will be 11 next week. I'll do another one of these live chats. Maybe I'll talk to Bill in between the end and there, which I know I will. Uh huh. She's not snoring. She's not snoring right now. She just gave me the raised. Yeah, you do. Everybody needs coffee. She gave me the I raised eyebrow pug stare. Funny as hell. When she gives you the pug dirty look. Um, Anywho, where was I at? This is probably why I won't do too many lives because my brain just goes. By the way, is there any stutter? Because my watching myself is a little, it's a half a second or so slower than I am, and there's a tad bit stutter. So I don't know how this actually works in real life. What are you saying about the? I'm gonna probably try to do it live here at some point, maybe tonight, depending on what's going on, or tomorrow morning. Try to do it live, um, just to show you how bad I actually do drive and how long it actually takes me to learn a road course. Because I'll probably have to drive it for at least an hour. Uh, you see what I have to deal with? You should hear us on the phone. It's hysterical. So we're definitely going to do a live interview here soon. Maybe even in the middle of the week. Just have some fun. Gotta have fun. Yeah, live interview with you, Bill Highbank, Zoom Racing World. It'll be fun. And try to get John Norton. I have to talk to him. I don't talk to him that often about doing an interview because that would be fun, I think. And I mean, who knows? Hey, I have 4 viewers again. Somebody's not talking. I can see. Yeah, we know. We know you can interview yourself. Anyway, are you reading that in chat? That's hysterical. He's talking to himself in chat right now. Hey, at least I'm been bouncing back between 4 and 3 viewers. I got a thumbs up, so thank you for the thumbs up. I'm gonna figure this all out. I said that earlier about doing all that live stuff. Now, how the hell did I do that? Don't ask. Somehow I just cut myself, and I don't even know how I did it. Don't ask. There's nothing over here to cut myself on. Oh yeah, extreme injuries plague. Why? Who else? Put the hand back up. Yeah, it's getting. That's right where the sun is. Right. I forgot where it is. Yeah, the sun's right there right now. That door's on an angle, so the sun's like right there. It's seriously. I'm next week. I will. Any other time I do a live, I'll throw a towel over the door temporarily. Oh, I know what towel to put up there. The wife's old Dale Jr. towel, the number 8 Dale Jr. towel. I'll throw that over there. Uh-huh. You'll love that towel. Anyway, that's annoying. Actually, it is. Sorry about that. I just threw up a little. You know what? I'll get my wife to dress up in all her Dale Jr. stuff for you too, and sit in the background. Actually, she's got a lot of Jimmy Johnson stuff too. She likes Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson. No accounting taste. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for coming in, having some fun with me this morning. It's been 44 minutes that I've been on. I don't know when I should end this. I probably should end this soon. Next, I may do some, like I said, depending on what's going on around the house, because if you notice, the TV's right here. So if the wife is watching TV, doing live streaming would be annoying because the TV would be playing in the background. And I don't have a cam for my feet, and this Droid cam can only hook up one at a time. So I wouldn't have anything to show you my fancy 2-pedal footwork. I only have 2 pedals. I'm not rich and famous like some of these guys are. It's got 3 pedals. 3 pedals. Yeah, see, I can't do 3 that way, so I have to do it like that. So it's not like I'm flipping you the bird. 44 minutes of Tigg, no surgeon general warning. Yes, 44 minutes. We're up to almost, well, 45 and 3, 2, 1, 45 minutes of the Tigg. You gotta be crazy to be a sim racer. Came off pit road, hot, trash, started over, rinse, repeat until I can complete a lap. SNL once said, you gotta bend some street metal. Oh, I bend it all the time. You have no idea. Watch that test video of me driving that crappy Daytona road course. You'll see me bend up some sheet metal. Tires go flying, and the car still goes 165 miles an hour with 3 tires. Yeah, I know, Tom. You drive with a keyboard. You need, I think Thrustmaster has a wheel for under $100, which I hear is pretty damn decent. The Momo is not available anymore, unfortunately, but you might be able to find that on eBay for under $100. I actually picked up my Microsoft Sidewinder like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago at Goodwill for 10 bucks. And it's a good, decent little wheel. I just have to figure out how to use it on, yeah, exactly. Oh, joystick, yeah. Keyboard racing would be better than the joystick, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry, Tom. You get a total different feel for the track. I actually used the gamepad when I first started. And then I bought a wheel on eBay, used wheel, and it lasted like 3 months. And then I went to the Best Buy at that time, and they actually had the Momos in stock, and I bought one there for a long time. But totally, yeah, you do. Check eBay, check Amazon. You never know what you're gonna find under $100. $100 for a wheel is not bad. Like I said, I've had this wheel for 10 years. And it's starting to give up the ghost a little bit, but I have a tool called a DX tweaker tool on my computer, and it adjusts the feel of the pedals and the wheels, so it's still back to good. I had 2 wheels years ago and couldn't drive with them. Okay, Tom, how do you drive a real car? Are you not driving? You're a kite flyer, aren't you? You like the third person view. You like being outside the car, don't you, Tom? I like being behind the wheel. I drive behind the wheel. I can't drive. I can drive from the camera. I knew it. That's why you can drive with a joystick, because it's easier that way. Um, I used to drive from the top of the car. Yeah, the roof cam. Oh, you drive roof cam? And once the wheels, wife just won't let. Yeah, I can believe that. Mm-hmm. And now we find out the true story. You need to do more hot lapping in our 2K. Whatever we put up, I've been actually doing that. When he puts up a hot lap in one sim, if I have the same car track combination in another sim, I'll drive it in that to see the difference between the sims. At Daytona, my hot lap and R factor is 153.05. In the Ferrari 458 and Race '07 GTR Evo, my hot lap is a 149. In Assetto Corsa, it's a 151. I don't remember the exact change, but yeah, that tells you the difference between the two sims, the versions of the cars and the versions of the track. It's a lot of fun doing it. I don't post the videos for it. I make them occasionally. Then I'll sit there and watch it, and then I'll delete it. I don't know why, but it's a lot of fun excuse me, to do the hot lapping and the other sims I have. I've actually thought about doing some. Yeah, she had me scrubbing the kitchen floor 4 hours on Friday, then wax. These are my friends, guys. Ferrari GT current bill is 24. But there you go. That's actually a decent wheel. I read reviews on it because I was actually looking still looking to replace this when I have the money. Um, Trusty old wheel, but she's getting old. Yeah, it's the GTLM. It's the same car. Actually it's called GT3 or GT2 in the other Sims. It's not the Tudor mod. It's the same car, but it's the GT2 version as opposed to the European version of the car as opposed to the American GTLM. So I touched on that probably before you guys all got here. It's about 5 miles an hour faster at top speed. So look at that, $63 for a wheel. I wish I had money. Because I'd buy another wheel. I'd actually like to try driving a clutch on the sim racing. I can drive a clutch for real, and actually prefer a clutch to an automatic transmission in real life too. But I've never done it in sim racing because I've only had the two pedal systems. I have the sidewinder back there. Um, that's two pedals also, and actually it doesn't have. See how this has Momo's have the paddles out here. It's actually attached. It's on the back of the wheel. It's a button on the wheel. Um, yeah. Anyway, but it has this weird over the top sloppy feel where it likes wants to lock at the top, and then you have to kind of force it so it feels floppy and sloppy. I have to figure out how to get rid of that in that wheel before I bring it up here and do it, because I know sooner or later, 10-year old wheel, it's gonna give up the ghost. It's gonna die. It's actually been repaired a couple times, but none of the major components, wires breaking, stuff like that. I've had to have that stuff repaired. Um, when my dog chewed through the USB cable on the wheel, I had a buddy of mine fix that for me. Um, actually, he kind of liked doing the sim racing, but he never did figure out how to do it himself on his own. But anyway, oh, we're up to 51 minutes of the Tigg. This is going to be fun. That's why I did this live also, because I can talk longer, because it takes forever to upload this stuff. Where's that thing? Third, fourth, sixth year in event anyway, May 2nd, different. Yeah, let's do it. Well, yeah, I'm going to do an hour. I'm going to just sit here and talk for an hour because it's fun. I just wish somebody was actually talking back to me because it makes it more fun. I'm actually a better conversator. Is that a word? Conversator? Um, better at conversations when I'm actually talking to somebody, and then time just flies by, and I don't even pay attention to it. But doing this live, I can do it longer because I don't have to upload it. With the satellite internet, it's slow, it's clunky. That's why I don't race online. For anybody who watches it, 5 viewers. Hi guys, gals, who's ever showing up. Jar Jar Stern. That's my pretty little boy. You see him back there? He's adorable. He's like almost 10 years old. Uh, all right, Mick. Have fun at Home Depot. You know they're open to like 8 o'clock, right? His wife was probably making him go. We'll catch you later on the forums there, Mick. Have fun today. Do those hot laps. Oh, damn it. Chat disappeared again. She's napping. She's, that's how she naps. She says she has fibromyalgia, so a lot of nights she can't sleep and she tosses and turns half the night. That's why she naps a lot. That's actually a very comfortable position for her. She just doesn't like sleeping out here at night. Um, but with the fibro, laying flat does hurt. If she rolls over onto her back, she actually wakes up in quite a bit of pain. So this is a very comfortable. See, she just moved. See, there she goes. So it's actually a comfortable position for her, and that's why she sleeps so soundly. Because half the time she doesn't sleep at bed in bed at all. So that's why she doesn't look like she's moving. Remember these shows and yeah. That song that if you haven't been on Facebook, Pleasant Valley Sunday has been stuck in my head since I posted it on Friday. So I posted it again on the Facebook again. Um, How the hell did I do that? Anywho, 54 minutes into this live with the Tigg. I'm hoping the guys are enjoying it. The one or two guys that I've been on that haven't said a word. You should say something. Who you are. Just post a hey. I don't care. Yeah, ghosts. I'm almost out of coffee. That's sad. Mrs. Green, Mr. The Green, she's gone. So I can't think of that song off the top of my head now. Can we stop saying she said now? Okay. So here you go. And I'm trying to cut back and quit. I'm only smoking half of the time. CIA, FBI, they're all watched. Yeah. Why would the FBI be watching? The FDC? Maybe the FCC, but not the FDC. I don't even. Uh, it's a nasty habit. I know. I'm a little nervous too about that. Here, there's the little Tigg that's been sitting on my desk for 15, 20 years. His head's turned. This little guy's been with me through I don't know how many moves. I've never lost him. Not the AFT. Now the AFT. Well, I lost another viewer because I asked him to say something. I guess people don't like talking. Go figure. I'm a talker. So that's the little Tigger I've had probably, like I said, I think I've had him since 94, 95. So yeah, probably been like 22 years. But he sat on my desk before I even had a computer. And I used to have a regular desk when I used to do my other things, writing books and stuff. I used to write just to write. But now I have a computer. Before the boss gets home from church. Uh oh. You're a bad boy not going to church. I don't go to church. Yeah, I am dyslexic. I've been. Uh huh. I told you that, didn't I? I don't know. Anyway, I used to write and I still read to keep my dyslexia under control. Um, I even do it when I talk. I'll switch words. So if we ever get in an in-depth conversation, you'll see that I will actually switch words. It's really weird, but it's really bad with numbers. My numbers are really bad. I can't. My brain sees one thing that's not actually on there. But I learned a lot about the Tigg today. See, that what happens when you talk live to the Tigg. You learn how crazy he actually is. Anyway, 58 minutes in. She's sleeping, and she won't reach that. She can't reach that high. Ah, mad as a hatter. I could get up, but then again, you stare at everything and get that towel. I think I know where that towel is pretty quick, but I'll have to open the door and they'll make it even brighter. And we should be done with this. I mean, really? Yeah, I know. You know where that term came from? Mad as a hatter? I do. They used to use Mercury to bend the brims, I think it was, or bend the harder parts of the hat. And Mercury gives off a toxic um, vapor that puts holes in your brain. Hatters went mad. People who made hats went mad, which is crazy. That's where that term comes from. The Tigg is a wealth of useless information. Use it. Yeah, it's now educational. You actually learn something other than the fact that I'm nuts. Well, you already knew that by watching some of these videos. But that coffee cup is about empty. Anyway, it's 59 minutes. The Jar Jar, I haven't taken them out for their morning walk either, so they're probably getting a little antsy to get their morning walk in. So Yeah, I know. Terrible, terrible habit. Started when I was 8 years old. You could back then. See you, Tom. See you on the forums. Oh, did he now? Did he get kicked out? Yep, now we're down to two. It says I'm not watching on my tablet, so there's somebody else in here. Unless when Tom leaves, it'll go back down to one. It'll just be me and you, Bill, and we're at an hour. So there we go. Yeah, you count Bill as two people when Zoom was in here. Oh, see, she's awake. Well, I guess I am right now. I don't know if you can hear her because the microphone's here. She's over there. Uh huh. Jar Jar watching the tab. No, Jar Jar's not watching the tablet. I don't know what Jar Jar's staring at. Yeah, we know. Oh, I know. Nobody could hear you, but I could. Uh, we're still live, by the way. Oh shit. Did you hear? Did you hear? Oh shit. Yeah, we cuss. Anyway, that is this week's long ass episode of Coffee with the Tigg. We're over an hour. I enjoyed the. Put your hand up. See, now you can't see my beautiful wife. I will put a towel over that. Yeah, it's just you now, Bill. You're the only one in here. I can see that live here. So, anyway, take a drink. Thanks for viewing the few guys that came in here. Thank you, Bill, for making it so entertaining. Like I said, we'll try. Well, I'll try to set up some live interviews on my tablet and see how that goes. Um, we'll see how it goes, and I'll do some live racing during the week. Maybe not today because I do all the heavy lifting. Yeah, you do all the heavy lifting, Bill. Um, we'll figure out. Okay, notification from Facebook. I don't even know who that person is. And now it's over there on my tablet. Anyway, without coffee, too. How can you live without? The first thing I do when I get up in the morning after I take my morning relief is come out to the kitchen and put a cup of coffee in the microwave. I purposely leave a cup of coffee every night so I can have a cup of coffee right away. God, the sun's like right there. I will definitely put a towel over that. And I will make sure it's the Dale Jr. towel. I'm going to remedy that soon, as you say the words. What words? Oh, yes. I know which words he's talking about. We're at a minute 3. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. The guys that came in live and anybody who I've never thanked. Anybody. 39 subscribers. If you watched this and you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. I don't know how to send out those notifications on YouTube that says I'm going live in a half an hour or whatever. I will figure all that out. And I'll figure out a lot of other things and we'll have more fun with this. And maybe we'll be like everybody else and get 60,000 plus subscriptions and we'll have a lot of fun. Anyway, 200 chat posts. That's all you. It's all you, Bill. All you. Oh, Jimmy the Jimmer is live right now, so that ought to be interesting to watch. More interesting than me because he's fun to watch. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.